24 days to 30. Wow. I am so excited. It's been a love-hate thing doing these videos, but I found out something about myself. I like to tell stories. Who knew? But I have enjoyed it. It's been a discovery, and I think I might just keep this on afterwards. We'll see what I don't even know. But it's a really, really exciting, interesting, new, etc., etc., etc. But today's video, I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes. Very simple, something that is my go-to. It also uses ingredients that are found right in your cupboard most of the time. You can add to it or take away from it as much as you want to. But yeah, this is the dish called chakalaka. Now, I learned how to make this dish from my South African friend. And one time she made this dish and she brought it over to our house. Oh my gosh. And we were like, what is this? It just tastes like something that is just quite delicious. I love curries. So it's kind of like a curry. You could eat it by itself. I eat it by itself sometimes. But also, you can have it with other things like potatoes, rice, like as a sauce. Or you can also have it as a side dish. So like in the midst of a few, different things, you can have that as a side dish. It's one of my go-tos. I love it. Friends that I make it for love it. And yeah, it's really, really easy to make. That's the best part. It's really easy, basic ingredients. Carrots, onions, baked beans are the bulk of the ingredients needed. Curry powder, very essential. Some seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, vegetable seasoning, or Maggi, just some seasoning to put a bit of flavor into it. And that's it. Ooh, peppers. Optional, but I feel like I've known the dish as being with peppers. So you can add it or leave it. I feel like it's something that's not really essential part of the dish. In South Africa, I don't know exactly how they make it, but I've heard that it's a dish that is kind of based on throwing things together and whatever is left over in your fridge, kind of like just a mix of different things left over in your fridge. But chakalaka is one of my favorite dishes, and I just love it. Very simple, easy to make. So let's get right into it. So as I said before, you need grated carrots. Now, this is the least fun part about making this dish. I don't like it. It takes forever to grate the carrots. So yeah, you enjoy that part. I don't. So I'm frying up the carrots, the onions, and the peppers, and waiting for it to go a little bit tender. I add the curry powder to it and stirred that in. It starts to look a little bit dry, so don't worry about that. When you add the beans, it will switch things up a bit. So yeah, just stirring that in really nicely till it all mixes evenly throughout the dish. Then I added my tin of baked beans. As you can see, I also added kidney beans. Sometimes I use butter beans as well as chickpeas. So I don't like to have it mostly baked beans because it's quite high in sugar. So I switch it up a little bit, and you can feel free to do that as well. You can add vegetables, you can add meat, whatever you want really. So it just gives it a little bit more of a difference and your own twist. After stirring that in, I added half a tin of water to allow the curry spread throughout and let it simmer for a couple of minutes. I used this Polish vegetable seasoning that a friend recommended. Only for less than a pound at Asda. Really, really, really good. And as you see, I don't really do measurements. I'm not great with measurements, but just add a little bit of seasoning and taste as you go along. So the end result looks something like this. As you can see, it's quite thick. So you can feel free to add more water as much as you want. I served mine up with some potatoes, some roast potatoes. Like I said, you can have it with rice, you can have it with naan bread, or you could just have it as a side. There it is. I told you it was simple. Chakalaka is one of my go-to dishes, and I hope you get to try it. Really, really simple. You don't need many ingredients, and it's delicious. It's actually delicious. There's no one that I've met who has tried it that has said anything different. So if you do, you'd be the first. So yeah, looking forward to my next video. Peace out.